Welcome to Stay Tuned's Garage. My name is Alex, and we're back working on the Mustang again. So last video, we did all the bushings, all the upper control arm bushings. Those right there, and then the ones that go on the other side. So naturally, today we're gonna do all of the lower control arm bushings. So this one here, and then the one that connects all the way over there. And so right now I have the axle supported from the diff with a jack, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this bolt out here and then the bolt that goes over there, and the spring is on it. These are lowering springs and they don't have all that much pressure in them, so it shouldn't spring out and do anything violent because they're almost fully depressed. So they're just kind of sitting there. But if I were to have stock springs in there, then they would be under a lot of pressure and this would be really dangerous. So good thing they're not. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm probably gonna have to remove I will have to remove the sway bar and couple of brackets here and there, I believe. Yeah, I might even have to remove the wheel, but as you can see, there's like a bracket here for the e-brake and for a brake line, stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna have to remove those. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll check you guys in a minute. All right, I just got the control arm out of here, and yeah, so these bushings are pretty bad. As you can see, it has this crack here, and the rubber overall is, I mean, it's the car has 180,000 miles. Even if these looked pristine, the rubber has aged so much that it's not what it used to be. And then this one doesn't look too bad. It has this little stress crack here, and then on this side it has all this and this. But yeah, either way, the polyurethane bushings should still perform better. So I'm gonna go ahead and look on this side. This side, it's a lot worse compared to this one. Yeah, so these definitely need replacing. So polyurethane bushings will perform a lot better. They're stiffer, they last longer. The only downside is they might be a little squeaky, but as long as you lube them right, that shouldn't be a problem. But all I'm doing is I'm gonna drill a lot of relief holes, kind of like these that are already here. So you can see through this one. So I'm gonna drill a bunch of holes in the rubber just to kind of give it some sort of stress relief, so it's not pushing out on itself, so it's not a bunch of built up pressure and it can cave in on itself. Then I'm gonna heat up the shell around it so it melts the adhesive that's coated on the rubber. When they press these in, it'll melt the outer layer of rubber that's actually touching the casing, so that when I pry it out, it pries out a lot easier than if it was, well, it won't pry out if you don't melt it a slight bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for both and put the two new bushings in, and I'll see you when that's done. And just like that, there's a whole bunch of other stuff on the screen. I'm not wearing a glove anymore, and our bushings are in. So yeah, I just got both of these done, and go ahead and put those back in. I just wanted to show this off real quick. This is the best one I've done yet. It just came, I had to pry it one side, one side, one side, one side, and then I stuck this in here, and I like pried it a little bit and just kind of pulled up, and it came right out. It was so satisfying. I actually wish I would have recorded that, but oh well, what's done is done. Yeah, let's get back to it. Alright, so I just got the control arm back in, and actually removed the sway bar completely just to make this whole installation, this whole process a little easier. Find it over here. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on this side, and I'm gonna just go ahead and do this one, And depending on how much time I have today, I'm actually might do the front control arm bushings. I just hope I have the time. I might not. It's very possible I don't, because those are a lot more involved. I have to take a lot more apart. But hopefully I can get it done. And just like that, everything is back together. So I already put the whole suspension back together. I tightened everything down. I lowered it, off jack stands, everything. The car is on the floor. I do not have enough time to do the front, but fortunately, or not technically. So I need to do the one ball joint in the front. I need to do the bushings on both sides, and then I also want to do the bushings for the steering rack and new tie rod ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that whole install. Maybe not next time, but pretty soon here. But yeah, for today, we're all back together. I haven't test driven it yet since the last time I worked on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything up. And once I do that, I'm gonna eat some lunch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start her up and take her for a test ride. So I'll see you guys then. Stay tuned. All right, so we have all brand new polyurethane bushings in the rear. The front still has blown bushings and stuff, but we have the rear done, and we have some new tranny fluid. So I'm gonna go ahead and test them out, see how much better they are. Solid. I'm not solid, but the car's solid.